Hello, my stamping friends. This is Renee Novak at blessedbycards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm here to share with you on this weekly Wednesday 2 cards that I created using the new Swirled Designs Bundle. Now, this bundle is available online on my blog at blessedbycards.com, and this is the new packaging that Stampin' Up! Has come up with. They're no longer using the little cassette things, so if you haven't gotten anything from them, this is what it looks like. The envelopes are a little bit longer than our normal envelopes that the dies used to come in, but you can still put both your dies and your stamp sets together. There's plenty of room in this envelope, and so what I did is I took the dies from this set, and then I took the stamps from this set, and what I did was just, put them so that they both showed, so that when you looked at it, you see all the dies and turn it over and see all the stamps. So that's how I'm going to store mine. And so let's get started with that first card that I created. So I used the star design of cutting out from that bundle. And when you cut that little star, you're going to get 2 pieces. You're going to get this outline piece that I've used, and you're going to get this center piece. So if you want to contrast your star, what you can do is cut it out of a different designer series paper, and then to get it to fit perfectly in here, if you notice there's a little hook or a little notch on this, if you don't want to fit it back in your design, you can just snip that little notch off and use the star. But if you want it to coordinate with a different color, just find the notch on the star and stick it in, and it just fits perfectly. So you could do a contrasting star on your paper if you wanted to do so. So that's just a little trick with that notch, if you see that. Okay, so I started with a cloud cover cardstock, and I added a layer of Secret Sea, and then I added a layer of the Celebratory Sips Designer Series paper. And I chose the one that kind of looked like stars for Christmas, and the cloud cover images. So all of the supplies and all the measurements are available on my blog at blessedbycards.com. So you'll be able to reproduce these cards with the exact measurements. So I just layered those up. And then on top of the designer series paper, I cut out some of those stars with the Secret Sea. And I just kind of arranged them going up the page. And then this, the little 'Tis the Season, all I did was I cut a little piece out of white, stamped it, stamped a little star on there, and then I mounted it on another piece of the Secret Sea, and then I created my own banner. And if you remember how to do your banner, see if I can grab some paper snips here and just kind of show you. So if you had your greeting right here and you wanted to create a banner, you would just snip up, and then you would just cut on the angle to meet that center slit, and that creates your banner. And you can do it in any size, a skinny size, a thicker size. And then all I did was I mounted it on the Secret Sea, and then I kind of cut it to be so it was kind of outlined, I guess you would say. And then I put Stampin' Dimensionals on that, and that is how fun that first card came together. So it's still a different set, but a Christmas card nonetheless. Okay, so my second card is a birthday card. And I chose to use the petal pink. And so I did a petal pink and a layer of white, and then another petal pink. And I took the kind of grungy, or I don't know what else you call it, little grungy or little design, and I stamped that several times across the middle of my petal pink. And then I took the stars and I stamped those in the petal pink ink as well. And then I cut out of Secret Sea the darker stars. And this star is really great because you'll get this outline, and the center one will come in that one die. So it's very similar to this one. You get 2 stars for this one and 2 stars for this one. And so I just mounted that on there, and then again did a little tinier banner look with this piece of white. And again, this is Secret Sea ink, and I just took my paper snips and made a tiny little banner. and then I pop that up with Stampin' Dimensionals. So that's the second card, and that is our weekly Wednesday. And these again are the larger stars. And if you want to add those coordinating, just find that little notch, line it up, and you can have a coordinating star that fits right in there perfectly. Okay, so that is all I have for our weekly Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Hop on over to my blog to purchase any of these at blessedbycards.com, and don't forget to download your free project sheet. And until next time, be blessed.